right now on Fox 35 News at 10.
A fierce fight in Florida over gay marriage. Two men who wanted to get married in Monroe County are celebrating after a circuit judge ruled that Florida's ban on gay marriage is unconstitutional. Aaron Huntsman and William Lee Jones have been together for 11 years, and they want to legally be recognized as married in the state of Florida.
We're beyond words right now. It's just unbelievable.
Now Attorney General Pam Bondi is appealing the ruling, so it's not really a done deal. Tracy Jason in Orlando tonight, where some people, though, are celebrating this initial victory. Tracy.
Yeah, that's right, Sonny. Here at the Hammered Lamb in Ivanhoe Village, folks here have been celebrating since about 6 o'clock. The crowd was a lot larger then because the ruling by South Florida Judge Luis Garcia is being called historic, while that appeal by the State Attorney General's office is being described here, well, as expected. To the 100 or so folks who showed up here at Orlando's Hammered Lamb, South Florida Judge Luis Garcia pushed Florida through the door into a world of equality for the lesbian and gay community.
I think it is a landmark, historic, fabulous day for the state of Florida. We are so glad to be joining what I call the Parade of States.
How do you feel about the fact that the state immediately appealed?
It's not a surprise. It's kind of we were kind of anticipating that unfolding. It's unfortunate that Pam Bondi has decided to make that decision. I talk about being on the wrong side of history in that one, but that's her decision, and what that does is really just motivate us.
U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi almost immediately filed an appeal stating finality on this constitutional issue must come from the U.S. Supreme Court. And though Garcia's ruling only applies to Monroe County, an appeals court ruling upholding his decision would legitimize same-sex marriage statewide. That's what folks here are hoping for.
It is just flat wrong and unconstitutional to bar same-sex couples from the same rights and benefits as other folks.
I was born here. I was born and raised in Pkwy, Florida, and this is my home. This is where I want to be able to marry the person that I love, and I want to be able to share that with my family and friends who live here, and I want our commitment, and we want the dignity that we deserve from our state. So that's why we want to wait.
And we'll soon have it.
Equality Florida tells me there are several other lawsuits pending in several other counties throughout the state right now, all strategically designed to actually legitimize same-sex marriage throughout the state. Right now, 19 other states do allow gay marriage. We'll see if Florida becomes the 20th. Meantime, some notables weighed in tonight. We had State Representative Linda Stewart here, and Charlie Crist actually put out a statement urging Governor Scott to accept the judge's ruling. We'll see what happens, and we'll certainly hear from other people weighing in on this hefty topic. Bob and Sonny.
Tracy, thank you. The office of Governor Rick Scott, by the way, sent a statement about the gay marriage ruling to Fox 35 just this afternoon. This is what it says. Governor Scott supports traditional marriage. This is a quote here. Consistent with the amendment approved by Florida voters in 2008, but does not believe that anyone should be discriminated against for any reason. Former governor and Democratic gubernatorial candidate Charlie Crist released his statement. This is what it says. Today was a great step towards equality in Florida. It is my hope that Governor Scott and Attorney General Pam Bondi will accept the decision of the judge and allow all Florida adults to marry the person they love.
Now, Attorney General Bondi triggered an automatic stay on the Monroe County judge's ruling this afternoon when she filed a notice of appeal. That means no same-sex marriages will be recognized by the state until after a hearing and a judgment on the appeal. Our legal power panel here to explain what will happen next.
The judge ruled the statute was unconstitutional, and that basically permits gay marriage unless and until there's an appeal taken by the AG, the Attorney General, which she's now indicated she's going to do. So they're going to appeal from that circuit to the 3rd District Court of Appeal in Miami, and or if they can get the state Supreme Court to accept what's called cert jurisdiction, they'll probably do that as well.
Steve, is this an issue of we could go county to county, and if circuit judges in all of those counties do decide that the ban is in fact unconstitutional, as this one in Monroe County did, that we could see this slowly overturned piece by piece? Or is it better for those supporters to just wait and see what the federal case in Tallahassee ends up doing?
Really, since the Windsor decision at the Supreme Court, which is the decision that kind of ruled portions of the DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act, unconstitutional, we've kind of seen the floodgates open. There have been 26 of these cases challenging gay marriage, and since the Supreme Court made that decision, not one of these cases has been lost by gay marriage advocates. So we've seen in this case that the judge has gone ahead and ruled this ban unconstitutional. Right now in Miami-Dade County, there is a case in front of the circuit court down there, and in Tallahassee, there's a case in front of the federal judge up there. And I don't think that gay marriage advocates are going to wait for anything in this. This is a battle that's being taken through the court system right now.
Yes, Steve, you bring up a good point. The momentum is clearly on the side of those who favor overturning the ban. This would make us, if this remains enacted, this ban on, or this overturning of the ban on gay marriage, the 20th state to allow same-sex marriage. So clearly there's a trend here.
Absolutely. We are the 20th state now. Again, 26 wins, 0 losses since the Supreme Court made their decision. You know, the Attorney General Pam Bondi is criticizing and seeking to appeal the Monroe County judge's decision and basing that on the state voters' decision to enact that constitutional amendment. The issue there, and what the court points to, is that the court is looking to protect the minority. They're saying that the court's job is to protect, and the nation's job is to protect those in the minority, those with unpopular views, and regardless of whether that offends the majority. That's the court's job.
Yeah, so, Bob, what do you think about that? What kind of a battle does the Attorney General in the state face in appealing this decision?
Oh, I tend to agree with what Steve says. If you look at the statistical analyses that have been produced, they say, by way of example, Sonny, the judge that entered the ruling in Monroe County was an appointee of a Republican governor, Jeb Bush. If you look at the statistics that have been released, there is a claim, according to the statistics, that even conservative voters are becoming more and more in favor of permitting gay marriage than historically in the state.
Wow. Well, it's a fascinating story. I know you guys will both be with us through the process as the appeal goes through, but we appreciate you coming in tonight. Bob Fisher and Steve Kramer, thank you.
Thank you.